Um, so that's been over a year, which is pretty interesting. But look, Australia should, regardless of the results, should be fine. As I would be fucking shocked if we lost to Lebanon twice. I would be so surprised. We should win both these games against Lebanon comfortably. Palestine and Bangladesh shouldn't provide any scares either. So I think this is a great way to experiment with the squad. And I haven't checked which scene the squad is on. Is it on this scene? It is on this scene. Great. This is the squad. This is the squad, obviously, for the two games against Lebanon. Ryan, Gauchi, Glover in goal. Defenders Suter, Deng, Rouse, Burgess, Atkinson, Miller, Jones, and Boss. Midfields Hrustic, Bacchus, McGree, Metcalf, Yazbek, and Irvine. And the forwards Silvera, Borello, Yenji, Iredale, Fornaroli, Duke, Taylor, Goodwin. Okay, first things first, this squad is actually probably better than the squad that we took to the Asian Cup. So, explain that one, Graham. Explain that. So this squad's probably better. The squad, regardless of the starting 11 we play, should be good enough to beat Lebanon twice without even stressing, right? Now, if we're looking at, firstly, the fact there's no Sakati boggles my mind. Robertson's injured, I know, but like Irakunda, no, Rakunda, and fucking no, none of these players. I'm not going to sit here and dwell and not going to sit here and complain about the players that aren't in the squad because we could be here all day. We could literally be here all day if we sit here and complain about the players that aren't in the squad. Well, I'm just going to sit here and look at the squad and then analyse the squad. The squad's good. Look, we played both games against Lebanon. Both are actually home games. Both are in Australia. If I'm not mistaken. So our first home game is at Comback Stadium, which will be an away game because of the massive Lebanese population that floods Western Sydney, of course, which will be a pretty cool spectacle regardless. And the away game is in Canberra, so I'm pretty sure. So technically two home games, technically one away, and technically one neutral, technically one home and technically one away, technically two neutral games, however you want to look at it. The squad that I would like to see, like, firstly, why is he taking some players? Like, why is Borello gone? He's horrendously out of form. Why is Fornaroli gone? Like, you don't need to take Fornaroli. You really don't. Like, you take him to the Asian Cup to help us win the Asian Cup. Fornaroli is not going to the World Cup, so why are you taking him for World Cup qualification? I don't know. Like, we don't need him to beat Lebanon. We don't. It fucking boggles my mind. Anyways, the team that I would play, keepers, take your pick. I'd love to see Gauchi get a run, but he'll probably go with Ryan. You play Geordie Boss at left back, and with Noah Ziss in that mix, you play Geordie Boss at left back, and you leave him there, and you don't. What you do, Graham? What you do with Geordie Boss is you get your team sheets for the next 10 years, and just write Geordie Boss's name in permanent marker at left back, and just leave it. I would like to see Rouse and Suter just to build up that connection again. And I'd like to see Atkinson at right back. Probably again, I don't think Kenneth Jones should start at all, ever again. Midfield 3, Hrustic is back playing, so I'd like to see him get involved. I think Irvine will probably start regardless. I think Bacchus was okay in the Asian Cup. I thought McGree was good. Metcalf was good. I think Metcalf definitely should start. So, gun to my head, if I had to say, I'd probably go with Irvine, McGree, Metcalf as the midfield 3. Actually, no, I take that back. I would go with Metcalf, Irvine, and Hrustic. No, I'd go Metcalf, Irvine, Hrustic. As that midfield 3, I'd play McGree off the left with Yengi up front and Silvera on the right. That's the team that I would play. Because it's Lebanon, Graham. It's Lebanon. I would just please show an ounce, if it's going to focus so I can actually say what I want to say. If Graham Arnold could show an ounce of creativity, show an ounce of tactical nous, show an ounce of managerial nous in his team selection, and just if Graham Arnold could just pick a squad that is slightly different to what he normally does. If Yordi Boss could play and actually play left back, that'd be terrific. If Riley McGree can play in his actual position, that'd be great. If Sammy Silvera can start a couple of games, that'd be great. If Kishini Yenji can start a couple of games up front, that would be great. We do not need our full strength team to beat Lebanon. So don't start Bruno, don't start Duke, don't start Goodwin, don't start don't start these players who we need to beat good teams, because Lebanon aren't good. So experiment with the young players. This is the time where you do it, because it's not a friendly, so it doesn't mean anything. It is a game that has stakes to it, but it's against an opposition that we should beat. So give the young players a chance. Yenji needs to start, Silvera needs to start, McGree needs to start, Boss needs to start. The 4 absolute non-negotiables. Absolute non-negotiables. And then I'd love to see Metcalf get a gig. Hrustic needs to be back involved in the squad after not playing for like 16 months, it feels like. We need to start bringing in players that are different to what we saw at the Asian Cup, because the Asian Cup didn't work for a reason. It didn't work for a reason. Partly due to Arnold and him not being able to coach, but partly due because the players that we played probably weren't good enough. So we need new players. We need fresh blood, right? For God's sake. And play players who can actually play football. That'd be good. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Let's bring it up again. Oh, if I see Duke or Taggart starting, or Goodwin starting, or Kenneth Jones starting, or like... I can't do it, man. I can't do it. Barella shouldn't start either. Irvine, I love Irvine, but he shouldn't start. Give some of these kids a go. I say kids, like McGree's not a kid. Hrustic is definitely not a kid, but fresh players, different players with just something different would be great. Would be great. I don't know what he's doing. Hopefully it's something that has fucking substance to it, for God's sake. All right, I'm gonna end this.